right, guys, today we worked on starting to multiply fractions using a number line as our tool. And if you're looking at your homework tonight, homework 2-3, you'll notice that the number lines are already drawn for you. If you are at home and you are using the Google form for your homework, it would be really helpful for you to draw this out and maybe even email your number line, a picture of it to Mrs. Forrester or myself, depending on who your teacher is, so that we can help you see those examples. Now, the first thing I want to get into is that when we are multiplying fractions, you see I have here a third of a third, right? Of is really multiplying. You say I have two groups of 3. I do 2 times 3 to find that. And it's going to be smaller, right? If I have half of a pie and I eat half of that, I'm actually just eating a smaller part. This can be hard for our brains. We've got some cognitive dissonance there about that. Our answer when we're multiplying is going to be smaller than the number we started with, but you can think about it as we're taking a part of a part, right? So here's one we did in class today, a third of a third, or a third times a third. So you can see I've got a third right here. I'm going to shade this in a little bit darker so that we can see. So I don't want all of this 1/3. I want a third of it. So I have to break this into tinier parts. And this tick mark right here, I'm going to go ahead and shade that in red on top. This is my answer, right? You can see that this part right here, this chunk, is 1 out of the 3 parts that I cut a third into. So now we need to decide what to name that part. Obviously, it's less than a third, right? If I continue to put those same size tick marks on, right, I've broken each of these thirds into 3 pieces, you can see now instead of having 3 tick marks the way I did when we started the number line, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This whole could be either 3/3 or 9/9, right? So this becomes 1/9, 2/9, 1/3. Another name for it is 3/9. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. 4/9, 5/9. Another name for 2/3 is 6/9. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. 7/9, 8/9, and 9/9. So the answer to 1/3 times 1/3 is 1/9. That's our answer here. Let's try this here. I'm taking half of 4/6. So you can see right here, I'm going to shade 4/6 on here. Okay, so I'm starting at 0. I'm shading all the way to 4/6. So that's the part I have. And then I am taking half of this, half times 4/6. So you can see right here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chunks. I am cutting this in half, right? And then I'm shading this part red and black. So this is half of this. So you can see that my answer here is 2/6, right? I've got that labeled down. If you are having trouble with the number lines, remember, you still should have your fraction strips from the previous week. There's also a fraction table that you can look at in our digital bulletin boards under classroom materials that will help you break these up. Okay, there are also some videos attached if you want to take a look at those. Good luck on your homework.